Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. In today's A through Z playthrough, we're going to be taking a look at Auriel. Now, this character was one of the strongest in the game with organized teams. She's a healer that works off the idea of you put a crown on an ally's head, and the effectiveness of that ally determines how much resource you have to then heal the other allies with. So if you had great energy generators like Gul'dan on your team, then Auriel could be sitting at full energy for the majority of the game. And there was a level 7 talent here called Bursting Light that allowed her to basically have almost no cooldown on her W ability. So she would heal, Gul'dan would do some damage, she could then heal again almost immediately. Blizzard decided this was a little bit too strong and actually removed that talent very recently. And now she's played slightly different. She is one of those heroes that struggles in quick match though, simply because of team organization, different ideas on when you should be going in and things like that. But also just some healers don't generate, or some heroes, don't generate as much energy for Auriel as she needs. So, great in Team League, great in Hero League, great when you're playing with your buddies in quick match, but solo queue Auriel is one of the most terrifying things in the whole world.
There is always hope.
But there's always hope. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the battlefield of eternity today. The friendly team, Tyrael, Jaina Proudmoore, Murky, Samael, Auriel. The enemy team, Sonya, Anubarak, Jim Laner, Stukov, and Zarya. Need to make sure I can see my notes. We're good, boys. We're good. There was actually a bug when Auriel came out that would cause your allies not to be able to see who your crown is on. Our crown is Bestow Hope, it's our trait. 50% of the damage Auriel deals to heroes and 5% to non-heroes is stored as energy. Then, bestow our crown upon an ally. We have it on Jaina right now. And while they remain near Auriel in our circle of influence here, the damage that they deal gives us energy. But we can only have this crown on one ally at a time. So that's really important to remember. Only one ally at a time. We're going to go ahead and increase the casting speed on our sweep. We might be able to stun our Jim Laner adversary here, but not so lucky. We can't, however, stun Anubarak. We use our E ability to stun our adversaries, and that is called the Detainment Strike, which I had no idea it was called that. No idea whatsoever it was called that. And it allows us to get ourselves in positions where we can play very aggressively by knocking people into terrain. So it's a ranged, straight line skill shot, but we can use it to push people into terrain in order to stun them. Pretty cool, actually. And you can always spot a good Auriel by how well she uses this ability. So for instance, Anubarak coming in on our Jaina. We don't want Anubarak to hit Jaina, so what do? Well, we move Anubarak. Problem solved, right? At least that's the idea. Our Q ability is Sweeping, or Sacred Sweep. God, I don't know the name of any of our abilities. And it allows us to just deal some cleaving frontal cone damage to anything in front of us. As you can see, we just kind of clap our cloth together, our straps together. I don't really know what to call it. And then anything in the middle will take some damage. We can push this guy back even deeper into our base really quick to secure this kill. Don't forget to heal ourselves as well. That's important. Good job, team. I'm going to go ahead and touch the sippy cup real quick, and then we'll rejoin our allies. She should be fine. So Jaina is actually a pretty good battery for us. Not the best in the whole game, but pretty good regardless. I was going to stun her there, but I'm real bad at the game. Let's just slap these guys a little bit. Unfortunately, we are not on our objective at all at the current time. And our allies are still in lane. Looks like we're jungling. Let's go ahead and knock him back. I'm going to ping for some assistance. Because I cut team. Objective. Team. Can we do that? Let's go ahead and clap. We can knock this guy back a little bit. Try to heal up our Tyrael. Our W ability is the Ray of Heaven, and this is what we're generating all this energy for. If we don't have energy, we cannot use the Ray of Heaven. So you'll notice right now, I desperately need some healing. But unfortunately, Jaina was completely out of mana and was not able to generate any energy for me because she wasn't dealing damage. That's a problem, and that's why Auriel is difficult to play. If you don't have reliable allies, then you do not have reliable healing. What can we pick up here? Every time Detainment Strike stuns a hero, increase the stun damage by 10 up to 60. After stunning 6 heroes, increase the damage by 250. Could be good in situations like this where we're going to be fighting in these enclosed areas for a decent portion of the game. Yeah, let's try that. Repeated offense. That was not worth bot minions. I could not agree more. But the team is moving in to defend now. Once again, we'll go ahead and crown our Jada Prown more, and hopefully we can defend against this push. As long as we don't hit their Zarya when she's sitting there with her shields up, we should be okay. So we need to get in a position to stun here. We push Duke off against the wall. Got a stack on our quest. And now we just need to move back and wait for this stuff to move up. At level 7, we can kind of subsidize our healing needs or our energy needs with an offensive talent of our own, which is a pretty fun way to play. I'm kind of waiting for my team to group up a little bit more. There we go. Which is a fun way to play. It allows us to auto-attack in order to get energy back. There we go. There's one more. Which is really good. It's really strong. Real strong. Let's go ahead and heal up Tyrael. There we go. Yo, run away though. I mean, run towards the wall. Thank you. Thank you. Zarya with a ton of energy is actually going to be dealing a lot of damage here, so we need to be careful. Another reason that Auriel is a little bit more difficult than most other supports is the fact that her heal ability is a skill shot. Now, it's not a very difficult skill shot, but it is indeed still a skill shot. So if your allies don't group up, if they're dodging your heals and shit, then all of a sudden, once again, you're not getting any effectiveness out of this. I do really think she is a fantastic hero to play in organized settings, though, but extremely frustrating in quick match, especially if you're just trying to learn the character for the first time. We're going to go with our buddy Jaina up here and try to keep her generating energy for us. We are about to hit level 7, which means we can now go for the new go-to talent here, Energized Cord. Increase the energy stored from Auriel's basic attacks to 110%, and the damage against heroes and of the damage against heroes and 50% from non-heroes. That made sense. So if we attack minions, we get energy back. If we attack heroes, we get energy back. If we attack heroes, we get more energy. That's basically all you need to know. So it'll incentivizes us to actually start weaving in auto attacks on Auriel, which has never really been a thing that we did before. But now we can get rewarded with a lot of energy, even when our Jaina is up in the lane and not necessarily in range of us. Let's go ahead and heal her up, though. Come back in, start auto-attacking this nub. Stun him against the wall for another stack. And, oh, we can win this. I think we can win this. We all just grouped up for a good heal there. I just need to keep auto-attacking. That's my main priority right now. And as you can see, we have full energy once again. We can heal up our allies with this, no problem. Might be able to get a stun on Jim Raynor here against the Sippy Cup. We do, and that secures another kill for the team. Now we're continuing to push in here. Unfortunately, our Samburo went so deep. What was that? The world may never know. We can heal up our Tyrael or our Jaina here. I'm actually going to choose Jaina and then just keep auto-attacking. And look how much energy we have all of a sudden. Now, suddenly, we take a hero that was very, very dependent on her allies, excuse me, in this case, always doing the right thing. But now we can make it so, like, all of a sudden, we can, we're a strong, independent angel. We can generate our own energy. We don't need no man. Uh-oh. What we do need, though, is level 10, if we're going to keep fighting. All right. I think we made it out. Oh, I missed by a second. Fuck. Self-cast! Okay, we're still alive. We actually got a kill on Stukov there. I could Sippy Cup and go back in with Jaina if we wanted to, or, maybe we should go to the objective sometime today. I'm going to take Resurrect because I want to talk about it, not because it's the better choice. I want to be clear about that. So Resurrect was never taken before. And I mean never taken before. If you took Resurrect, it showed that you had never played Auriel before, ever. Everyone on your team immediately knew that, and you were flamed. Rightfully so. In an attempt to make Resurrect a little bit more of an appealing choice, what Blizzard did is went back and basically cut the cooldown of Resurrect in half. It went from like 120 seconds to 70. I know that's not actually half, Give me a break, guys. I know that. But the point is that it went from being something that you would, it went from being something that you would never take to all of a sudden being a, hey, you know, Resurrect's not bad. An ally dies, you can bring him back to health. And another thing that they did, stun her into the wall. Just a little too short. Another thing they did was change how the channeling of Resurrect actually works. So before, you would have to sit there and channel for 3 whole seconds in order to res your ally. Now all you have to do is channel for half a second, and then after a 5-second delay, your ally will come back to life at that location that they died in. Which makes it much easier to actually res your allies and use that ability. Top hat still on Jaina as we're moving into the top lane. We might have a decent stun opportunity on their Anubarak, who's going in a little bit too hard over and over. Unfortunately, I did move him out of Jaina's Blizzard. I do feel a little bad about that, but it did set him up for some good damage. If she just waited a second, you know, I was trying. Fire at will coming out from Zarya. Let's try to keep our Jaina alive. Unfortunately, she did dodge my heal with that ice block. We are now in the cocoon, so it looks like we're slowly being pushed out of this area. We are completely surrounded on all sides now. We do have a self-heal. Unfortunately, we don't have any other way of getting out of that. Ice block dodged the heal. Sad face. Sad face, boys. Fun facts about Auriel, she does not have a face. Like under that hood? Nothing. Nothing under that hood. Same material. Because it's a way to free up like memory from the game, so like they can accentuate the wings or something a little bit more and do things like that. If she doesn't have a face, it's less to render, so you can render more stuff in other places. I learned that at BlizzCon. What else happened to Auriel recently? Her energy bar glows when it's full, which is a big help on certain quests that allow you to stack up energy for bonuses. So like there is a talent later on. If you fill up your hope bar, then all of a sudden you can get more hope and thus heal for more the next time you cast like your W ability. So it was kind of difficult to tell when you were actually at full energy before they fixed that a little bit. I think I'm going to get Converging Force to try to pull people into the center of my Q ability. This could potentially set up our Jaina for a little bit more offense. Let's go ahead and stun this nub against the wall. I did just heal, but I think we're okay. I can heal again in just a second. Oh, we're moving in, boys. We're moving in. Good, CC. Heal up our Murky. See, I could have stunned Stukov against the wall there and secured that kill, no problem. Unfortunately, I didn't, but our team was able to capitalize just as well. Looks like we are moving in for keeps here, boys! That Ring of Frost was a little off, but that's okay. Looks like we will be able to take the keep down, no problem. We'll heal up our allies with that energy that regenerated doing that, and now the objective is coming up in the middle. Let's make our way over there! It's going well. It's going real well. So, we should be able to rush this objective down, no problem. We didn't even have our Samuro there. He was over getting camps. It's pretty impressive. So, our quest is done with that. It doesn't stack up anymore after that. At level 16, Auriel does have a pretty cool talent tier, I think. You can either give spell power to your allies. You can give attack speed to your allies. So if you have like a hyper carry on your team and you really want to make them succeed, then you can buff them with that. Or you can go for Reservoir of Hope, which is what I was talking about, and start to heal for more if you want to be like, if you want to carry just from sustain alone, if you think that's what your team needs. I think that's a really cool talent tier. I like that talent tier a lot. Nub is on me. Let's go ahead and just knock him back a little bit. The cocoon does land, and unfortunately, we will not be able to help out our Jaina. The team very, very split right now. Jaina is running towards me. Can we get the heal off? We can! All right, let's get some auto attacks in, and it looks like we will be able to take down Sonya. Jaina now back up to full health. We can get a stun here on Stukov against the wall. Clap him for a little bit more damage, and then heal up our allies with that. Samuro died. No problem. We'll bring him back to life. He's coming back with the resurrection now. Uh-oh. But unfortunately, Wasn't ready for the Graviton Surge, and we are taken down. Hopefully Samro gets out of there before he dies again. Looks like he is on the escape right now. Murky and Auriel fighting hard to take down Zarya. Unfortunately, it looks like the tides are slowly turning. Zarya is being hit by the clones of Samro, and Auriel coming back in for the assist with the smite is going to secure another kill. All the while, Jaina Proudmoore is zerging down the immortal of the enemy team, and it looks like we will secure it just fine as a new Barak for the enemy team does go down. So, because I've healed after our hope bar reaches maximum, we now have an extra 150 hope to heal with, which is an extra 150 heal whenever we are able to fill up our mana bar and actually use it. Just so cool. I love that talent. I love it so much. Level 20, we did see some changes to light speed here. It used to... What did it used to do? But it gave more health when they were resurrected, I think. But now... But now... No. Stay. No! Yeah, there you go. Now it'll actually give you cooldown reduction as long as the target you resurrected is still alive, which is just dope. No, we got her, team, we got her. If she died, we had res. Yeah, we were gonna keep her in the game one way or the other. Looks like we are moving on the core of the enemy team right now. Auriel going in for some extra damage on the side. We're just gonna attack the core to get some energy. Thought I was gonna stun Stukov there, wasn't quite able to do so, but nice lockdown on Jim Raynor is gonna secure yet another kill. Well, we were able to win the game. All right, here are my notes. There's probably more changes than this, but I want to make sure I hit everything. Made it so allies could see where Auriel's crown was. Resurrection got its cooldown cut in half. Oh, I didn't talk about that part. It did go down to 100 from 120 second cooldown to a 70 second, but then it was a little bit too strong, so they kind of buffed it back up to 100 seconds. But it did keep the channel cost reduction that we talked about, so going from a 3-second channel to a 0.5, that stayed in there, and it did have the level 20 changes that we just spoke about as well. Now, her Q range was increased, the speed of her Q was increased, the range of her Q was increased. Like, they've been fine-tuning Auriel's Q ability for quite some time. I think it feels pretty good right now. And we talked about the fact that her strongest talent in organized play was removed at level 7 because it was just a little bit too good. But honestly, I prefer her level 7 talent now to get more energy out of auto attacks, because it just means that Auriel is now in control of her energy bar a little bit more than she used to be, which I think is a pretty great feeling. Great job! You healed for 61,000 damage, 34% more than average players. The talents we used in today's video: Swift Sweep, Repeating Offense, Energized Chord, Resurrect, Converging Force, and Reservoir of Hope. At level 20, we do have some interesting options as well. We could have gone for Light Speed for more cooldown reduction on our res. We could have gone for Angelic Flight, which is not that good, but allows you to basically have a global fly, which is pretty amazing, actually. And then Shield of Hope. Okay, I said it's bad, but the fact that she can unlock a global fly at level 20 is interesting. That's what I meant to say, just so we're all clear on that. Then Shield of Hope, activate to grant all nearby allied heroes a shield for 3 seconds equal to 50% of the amount of health that they are missing. Great, 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 great talent. Probably the one that you should pick in most situations. And I cannot recommend Auriel enough. Fantastic hero, great addition to the game, and feels very different from all the other supports in the game as well. Thank you all for watching today's A through Z video. Hopefully it doesn't get demonetized. If it does, well, I'm streaming over on Twitch now. You can find a link in the video description. Playing heroes some days, but also playing whatever fancies me. Variety stream life, boys. You know what I'm saying? If you guys did enjoy today's video, though, please be sure to hit the button, and you can subscribe over here if you're new. We'll be back next time with Amazing Daniel. And I'll see you all then.